Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have another project share I wanted to share with you guys because previously you guys saw I've been trying to use up this paper pad. This is the Cowgirl Dreams Paper Pad by ScrapDivaDesigns and I love it. You get 24 double-sided sheets, but also, even though it says Cowgirl, there is also cowboy paper here. As you guys could see, this even says cowboy there, so you could do this for cowgirls, cowboys, and you can make both, and you get it all from one paper pad, which is fantastic. And she actually recently restocked this when I shared the other video of my cowboy album. Today I'm going to show you guys the cowgirl, but when I showed you guys the cowboy version, this one right here, the paper was restocked in her shop, so definitely go check it out, you guys. You guys can use the code Carolina for 10% off your order. And like I said, it's like you're getting two paper pads in one, because I mean, you're also getting double the amount of sheets than you would normally get in like a collection kit. So you're getting double the amount of sheets, and you're also kind of getting a cowgirl and cowboy, which is awesome. So it's like 2 in 1. So I still have about 10 sheets of this paper collection left. I'm still going to be trying to work through it. I have some larger scraps here and then 10 full-size sheets. So I'm still working on that, but I wanted to share with you guys what I made, because last time I showed you guys the cowboy, and I also made a cowgirl version with the same paper pad. So if you guys haven't seen this other previous video with the cowboy album, I will have that link down below so you guys could check it out. But today I'm going to show you guys this beauty. So it was so fun to make another version of the album, but this time in the cowgirl theme, using more of the girly colored papers. So this has like a navy blue with pink. I did like a brown zigzag stitch around the outside. Normally I do gold, but because I did the brown also on the cowboy, which you guys can see, I spaced them more out here. And then I made a tighter stitch on the girl version just because I feel like it looks better that way. But yeah, I did like a brown stitch. I layered some of the ephemera from the collection, and there's also chipboard stickers that you guys can get instead if you can't get your hands on the ephemera. I know that that one is out of stock right now. There's also this cowgirl sentiment here. And for the sentiments, you guys can easily get also the other die set from ScrapDivaDesigns, which is the cowboy words. And you get a bunch of words here. You get cowboy, you get cowgirl, wanted, yeehaw, let's go girls. And there's also howdy. So you get all of those words and you can just layer them. I think I have cowgirl also on the inside, which you guys are going to see in a second here. And then I just have some enamel dots in brown, just going with the cowboy themed kind of colors. This is a wood green. This is not from the collection. This was just a scrap in my stash, so I used it. And then here is the back that I have here. I did the same ribbon as I did on the cowboy one. And then you open this up and it looks like this. And here is that cowgirl word using the cowboy words die set. So even though it says cowboy words, you do also get a cowgirl and you get let's go girls and so on. So you do get all of those words in that one pack. And like I said, of course, use your code Carolina for 10% off your order of anything you guys want to get from ScrapDivaDesigns. She doesn't just have dies anymore. I mean, she's got beautiful paper as well. So you guys can get all your goodies there. So I just used another ephemera piece with the flower bit. I put the cowgirl die cut thing that I cut out there. I made a little booklet here and I used my stub scallop punch, which is by Crocodile. Well, it's by We Are Memory Keepers, but it's called like a Crocodile corner chomper, and this one is the stub scallop. I'll have it linked down below, and so I just used the stub side for this one. They also have like another version with like the, I think it's stub cloud or scallop cloud. I really like the stub scallop. That is my favorite. I don't even have the cloud one, but I don't know why they have like a stub cloud and a scallop cloud, as if you need two clouds, you know what I mean? So I really like the stub scallop. Anyway, but I'll have that link down below. So I just use the stub side here, and then it's just like a little booklet that you can add a photo to on the inside, or journal, and whatnot. And by the way, you guys, there is a video class tutorial on this style album. It is on either in my Etsy shop or in my coffee shop, so you could get it in 2 different places. And you will get the links to this whole entire video class tutorial from start to finish. Plus, I also share with you guys how you guys can make this album with either 12 by 12 paper or 8.5 by 11 paper. So you have both options depending on what paper you might have in your stash. So that's all part of the video class tutorial. I do also the paper matting with you guys, but the paper matting is in a dog theme, as is the photo of the video class tutorial, because the first time I made it, I had made it in a dog theme. So when you guys are seeing that, I mean, the base and everything is just the base. I think it's also the craft color that I used here. So the base is just the base, but when you get to the patterned paper, it's going to be in a dog theme, but you could still use those measurements to apply to whatever paper that you want to use in your stash. So I'm going to have that video class tutorial link down below. There's also a cutting guide that comes with it and whatnot. So super fun video class tutorial. And there's also some other variations that you could do in your album as well. And it's not just all of this, like there's some other stuff in here that I did not do, like some inserts. There's other elements that you can kind of add in there. The only thing I did different in this album is I decided to add this pocket here. So normally there was either like a cut apart here. I didn't do the cut apart. On this page here, I just wanted to do this little saloon. So for this saloon, I used another die set from ScrapDivaDesigns. It is her saloon mini album die set, and I did it in the cowboy version as well, so I needed to kind of do it in the cowgirl version. But it just looks so cute with the pink theme. I had some pink foil paper in my stash as well. Used a little scrappy here for the door. I got the word saloon, and I did another layer for kind of like the little like roof piece here. And I think that just turned out really, really cute. And then I have a tag here from the collection, and you could just journal or add a photo to the back. And then I also used Scrap Diva's Wanted Poster Nesting Die Set, which looks like this. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 different dies in here of different sizes. This one is the largest one that I have in here. And yeah, it's just called the Wanted Poster Nesting Set. So I did use that as well. And it's just like a great spot to do some journaling. You could see I did some inking around the edges with Distress Ink Vintage Photo. So I did that there. And yeah, you could just put this back in here. It tucks in there nicely along with the tag, and it's just like a nice spot for additional journaling or photos. Then you flip this page here. I decorated with some more ephemera, but again, if you don't have ephemera, you can cut out the word howdy from the Cowboy Words die set. So you could just do that anyway, even if you don't have the ephemera. I have a tag here from the collection. It says, "Let's go, girls." And I added some seam binding. In the boy one, I didn't add seam binding because I felt like it looked a little bit more girly. So I just did like a paper kind of pull from the cowboy version. And then here I have more of the Wanted Poster Nesting Set. I did the second to largest one now. And I matted it onto craft cardstock. And I also did like ink the edges and whatnot. So you can journal on this side, add a photo to this side, and yeah, that would be really, really cute. So there's that. And you could see I did the pink paper for the cowgirl, whereas the cowboy, I just did white paper and I inked it all. Then here, this is actually a pocket page. I don't have anything in here. So you can totally add more photos in there or make like some kind of an insert, a pull-out insert. And yeah, in the tutorial, you guys, I believe, also have the measurements for the inserts. I just didn't add them to this album. Then next page here has a side pocket with another Wanted Poster little like cut apart kind of thing, or booklet, journal card, whatever you want to call it. And then here I made a little hat. That is also using another die from ScrapDivaDesigns. It is her cowboy bundle, which comes with a hat, a little cowboy boot. There is a little cactus here, lizard, and like these horseshoe things. So I just used the hat here, and I made him in like some faux leather or faux leather, whatever you call it. Faux. I usually say faux, but I don't know what the correct term is. Anyway, so I made this cute little hat using that leather, and it's adorable. And on top of that, this is also magnetized closed. I used some magnets, you guys, from Total Element Magnets, which is a 1/4 inch size. These magnets right here, they're nice and strong. You got a bunch of them, great price. They're not like expensive at all, or not as expensive as like basic gray magnets, and they're like amazing quality. I've been using the 1/4 inch ones here because I have like smaller elements that are acting like as my magnets, but I also have a ton of other sizes that I absolutely love, like the 3/8 inch. You can see I'm running a lot lower on the 3/8 inch here, and even lower on my 1/2 inch size ones. So I just use these a ton. I'm gonna have the link down below, but just know that in this album for these little elements, I did use the 1/4 inch size. And of course, if you guys want to get any magnets, you guys can use the code KarolinasKrafts for 10% off your order from that website. And I just love them. So again, I said I have a magnet closure here, so that opens up and you'll hear the magnet. There we go. So yeah, you can journal on the back here, or add a photo, or journal and add your photo right here, which would be really cute. And then that way you have like a hidden journal spot. And I just love that little closure with the little hat. So then the next page here we've got, and you guys could see I kind of did different color schemes throughout. This one is like using the teals and pinks. Then we had navy blue and pink, and now we have like the coral and pink with some of the green. And then we go on to the pink, green, and all the blues, I guess. And then we're back to some corals. So I just used, like, I think I used one of every single sheet actually, except I didn't finish using up the cowgirl one, like the cow paper themed one. I just used that here, and I used it here. That's the only time you see it in this album. But anyway, so we're here, and then this flips open like this, and you can add your photos here. And then here here I actually used 2 die sets. So in the cowboy, all I did was use a set, the Sheriff Star Shaker set, and I used the smaller one. In this one, I used the larger version of the die set. And you could see it just cuts out like the stars and the outline. But after I did that, I also put my star, the inner star piece that cut out, I put it through here, which is the disco ball mini album. And I just wanted like the little disco kind of feel for like a disco cowgirl. So I just did that. So I cut it out with a star first, the little inside piece that cut out, I then put through here, and then I just attached it there. So I used that die set there, and again I did the 1/4 inch magnet on the inside right here on that little point of the star, and that magnetizes closed. I also used a chipboard sticker that says cowgirl. I'm just realizing I have a lot of words that say cowgirl. There's cowgirl here, cowgirl there, and cowgirl on the front cover. So let's not forget, this is for a cowgirl. So this opens up like that, and you can add a photo here, or journaling, especially because the magnet is actually right here. You can still add a photo there. That's not gonna prevent it from like closing because the magnet is right here. And then this opens up again, and here I just did some paper piecing, even though this was actually, no, once I cut this off and then I had a little piece left over, this wasn't long enough. So I did another little pocket, but also wanted to do a pocket anyway because I did in the cowboy one because I had to do that. So I just made it a little pocket, and I had an ephemera piece that I decorated with, so a little cowboy boot. And then I've got the little posted, the wanted poster, a little like journal card booklet thing, or journal card really. So then this closes and that closes, and this is also a pocket page, so you can add additional photos in there as well. Then here I decorated with some stars from the ephemera pack, and I left it open so you can add your photos and tuck your photos under there like so. Yep. And then here I paper paste actually this pocket, and then I put the sentiment "Let's go girls." I just didn't have a big enough dark pink scrap, so I just used another little strip that I had cut off at some point, and it worked. Like, it's a great way to use your scraps within your album as well. So here's a little tag. You could journal on the back, add a photo, and then just another one of these. And again, like I said, this is left open. So how cute would that be? You just tuck that under there, add your photo, and that's a cute little spot for a photo right there. So there we go. Like these things don't have to stay in the pockets at all. They're there, but they don't have to stay in the pocket. And even if you wanted to add this under here, and then let's say you wanted this tag under here, peeking out, you could just glue that down on 3 sides, this base piece, and then still have your photo on top, and you'd have this little tag peeking out. So you can decorate this however you want, wherever you want to add your photos. And then the last page here, this says Cowgirl on this tag here, and then this flips open, so you have more space here, like hidden space, and you could add a cropped 4x4 size photo here, and then another wanted little journal card here. And you could put this on the outside if you'd like. You don't even have to have this here. You could put this in the back, which I was thinking this would be like a great spot for like a bigger photo of the person you're celebrating, or a family photo, especially if it's a birthday. And again, you could glue this down on 3 sides, and then you could have your little tag peeking out from up there, or you could have it peeking out from this side, depending on how you glue it down on which 3 sides. But I do have this here to at least keep this flap closed. So you still need something here. It doesn't have to be this. It could be just a photo, but I do have that there. And then this I have tucked in here, but again, it doesn't have to go on the inside. It could totally go on the outside if you wish. And then that just goes like that. So that is this whole entire Cowgirl album. I think it turned out so stinking cute. And again, if you guys didn't see the cowboy version, definitely check out the cowboy version as well. Both of them are absolutely adorable. And if you want to make it the same way that I made mine, just make sure you guys go get the paper collection. You could get the video class tutorial and then make the base of the album, and then you could see how I matted all my paper, and then you guys can make one too. So again, I will have everything I used linked down below. So all the die sets, the paper, so the die sets and paper, you guys could use the code Carolina for 10% off. And then if you guys are looking to get any of the magnets that I shared, you guys could use the code KarolinasKrafts for 10% off. But I'll also have everything linked down below, and then in parentheses you guys will see the coupon code, just because I know it's 2 different codes. I don't want you guys to get confused. So yeah, I think this just turned out so cute. Oh, and by the way, it is available in my Etsy shop in case you guys are interested in purchasing it, as well as the cowboy one. So if you know anybody that's going to be celebrating a birthday, maybe it's a cowboy theme or cowgirl theme, you guys can get these albums for them, and they could fill it up with their birthday photos, and that would be really cute as well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next crafty video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.